Good luck. And have fun.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my.
It says the craziest shit, man.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Hey.
Let's go now. 54. Pittsburgh. 54 Mike. Night, sweetheart. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 66. Pull it. Now.
On first down, Jennings. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
They made their music videos. There's only 8 of them left. And they were making their cuts. Actually, I think I did see who they cut after they made their videos.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Back to throw. Jennings, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
93. 51. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got, hey, exit.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
Down. 180. Mike 51. 65. 65. 65. Well, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. Let's go. 29. 29.
To throw his car. He's got it to Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Carr to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. On second down, Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
I don't even have my main running back. He's out so much for me. I have to run with Jenkins. They disrespected that dude.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
We're ready. Go to base. Watch my forward. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. One, two. Get back.
Throwing on first down. Jennings. That's caught by Howard. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
On 1st and 10. Jones looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
He just didn't
I
get
think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
I'm hella sad right now. I can't believe I gave up points to this dude. Like that. I had that set up too.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54
From the gun, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Carr again. He completes it to Nelson.
It should be right there.
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one. It'll go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Oh, okay.
Down! 180!
Yeah, baby.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, we're good. 185.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Now, you ready? Mike 54. Let's get out the field. It's fast. Raider one. Small. Mike.
Oh no.
He's coming, double up. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, 734. Five.
Who the hell are you talking to?
54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey.
Shotgun now for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
You're by yourself when you play?
What down? You ready?
Oh, I thought you just played
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
What's up?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Barber. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Wow, don't do this to me. This dude's internet's about to go out.
Check 13. Check 13. 61. Next box. Right.
I know, right?
The carry for Barber. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. This one complete to Smallwood. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Barber. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing with the line of scrimmage.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Barber on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much. In the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right there, 54 Mike. So don't say nothing. 618.
Yeah, David.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
There's an option where you can have your, like somebody wants some. Oh, you're ASMR.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
2nd and 5. And he finds Howard complete.
Come on.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
each other for 2 hours. Hella long. Right.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Interception. That's me.
Into
That's
heavy
house.
traffic, and it's intercepted.
That's house.
Picked by Darryl Worley. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
It's not? Oh,
on 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
I would try to save time, but because of
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
Well, I turned it off. I only ran it.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
How am I going to call a timeout and homeboy's not correct?
One down. You ready? Rip right. What's up?
Carr now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
If he quits, do I have to, if he loses a connection, you guys are going to make me play him again? All right, it's 28-6.
Carlson now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Tired of half the pass. Well, okay, I do have another.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's crazy wet.
Okay. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Pick 6. See the like.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 185. Express.
Hold on.
Hey, Foxtrot. Express. Quit talking about it.
Oh my God.
Bring it. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Carr now on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
This is messed up.
Right there, 54, right there.
Hey, wahoo! Nothing. I just threw like a 80-yard bomb to Nelson.
Check Mike 54.
Yeah.
Mike 54. I got one.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went. Yeah, that's not a good decision. He didn't get it, though.
I had to throw it.
Just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this moment.
No,
okay.
Am I? All right.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm in the 3rd.
Off the play fake. Jennings. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Are you serious?
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
All right, so yeah. Are you serious? I'm about to put 2 clock on. I'm not gonna get kicked out. Cool. What? That's running back in the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
What? You're crazy, bro. Why are you hating so much?
Raider 2.
He's hella good.
Check. Check out right.
Oh, on regs, he's the best.
On the ground, it's Jacobs.
You being biased. What the?
Well, we saw him there trying to...
Talking about Madden. I'm not talking about
Not
real
a whole
life.
lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right. Hit me up tomorrow. Wait. Man. Feel heck of bad. I hella missed
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, man.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, because he used to be the He used to be the Chargers. God damn it. Trying to finish this game. No.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Because he kept pressing the controller and he kept turning it on and switch like my users.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Carr now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. On 2nd and 12, Carr lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
51, Mike 51. Hey, Zoo.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson. And he gets us inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Carr now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Go.
Here.
Go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180. 54. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On first down, it's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On 2nd and a couple. Carr under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's go, baby. 51's the mic. 51.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, fuck, they're on an island.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Barber. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, Jennings. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now it's Barber. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get that ball right.
Back to throw. Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Gay for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Gay missed it. Pulled it off to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
93. Hey, Charlie. 51 to Mike. Watch the screen. Express.
38 to 6.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Not here. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Let's put him on.
On 2nd and 9. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
At the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
29. 29. Go. 51 to me. Alpha. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Raiders, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off, but just the whole.
I said I got Jacobs to 80 overall.
Tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never
What the hell is this? I thought he was trying to build on all the trash.
Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost.
Yeah.
I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head.
Oh, I just got Cleveland Farrell, the superstar.
When the breath on this set, let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on,
What's up?
oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get the off, but just the I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets
All line was good. It's just the players around it.
was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Wait, don't I get on their superstar? Don't they get an ability? Yeah.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
Alright, bro. I'm out for the night.
You ain't geeks.
I'm gonna go watch C.
Too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pat-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap, money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back.